Did you know the first slave ship to the Americas was named Jesus? And everyone on that ship was called Adam and Eve, stripped of their real names, their identities erased, reduced to symbols, dehumanized before the journey even began. The name Jesus wasn't a man, it was a tool, a label of control, a false promise meant to sanctify cruelty. On that ship, every lash, every chain, every scream was a crucifixion of the soul. They didn't just break bodies, they tried to beat the idea of divinity into submission, forcing obedience where freedom once lived. The real Jesus was black people. They were the ones hanged on trees, whipped until their flesh became one with the rope, beaten beyond recognition, sacrificed for the greed and lust of others. They went days without food, endured relentless torture day and night, and yet their spirit refused to die. They were murdered in every imaginable way, mutilated, burned, drowned, but their essence, their spark, survived the terror. Each swing of the whip, each chain, each cruel mark of possession was an attempt to erase God itself, and yet God lived in them. This wasn't just a journey across the Atlantic. It was a journey into darkness, a darkness intended to bury hope and extinguish life. The people aboard that ship became Adam and Eve, archetypes of humanity stripped of memory, stripped of names, stripped of story. They were forced to carry the weight of a religion that would later claim to save them, while the same hands that bore the Bible carried the whip. They were beaten into submission, beaten into silence, beaten into death. But in every beat, in every drop of blood, they carried resilience. 3 days without food, night after night of terror. Their bodies bruised, their backs raw, their minds shattered, but the spirit could not be chained. Even in the face of relentless oppression, they rose. Even when murder seemed absolute, life persisted. Their endurance became a silent gospel, a hidden resurrection. Every act of cruelty intended to erase them became proof of their invincibility. The ship named Jesus didn't save anyone. It brought suffering, it brought darkness, it carried death, but it also carried the seeds of resistance. The real Jesus, black people, lived through pain that would crush any ordinary human. They carried the weight of stolen identity, of stolen names, of stolen lands, and yet their spirit refused to be stolen. Adam and Eve became more than names. They became living proof that even when stripped of identity, even when beaten, even when hung on the tree, even when starved and silenced, the human spirit cannot be chained. And so we rise, we endure, we reclaim. Every lash that tried to kill us only made us stronger. Every chain that tried to bind us only sharpened our will. Every death that tried to silence us only amplified our voice. Our freedom is not given, it is taken, it is fought for, it is demanded. And that is the truest resurrection. Black people as the real Jesus, beaten, sacrificed, tormented, and yet rising again, time and time again, carrying the fire of liberation that no whip, no chain, no lie, no false name can ever extinguish.